Good morning student. Today I am going to teach about list function. There are many types of the list function. First is index method. This method is used to find the location of particular element. For example, if list L1 that consists different values and suppose that if you have to find value of 18, value of or index value of 18, then L1 dot index and 18, its index value will be given here. And suppose that there are many value, this 18 is coming two times, the first index value will be returned. And next function is append method. This function is used to add some value at the last of the list value. For example, color equals to red, green and blue, and if we want to add some new content at the last of the list value, then we have to use append methods, the color dot append and color name. So this color name will be added at the last. And next function is extend method, and this method is different from append methods because this function is used to add more than one value at the last of given list. Suppose that T1 equals to A, B, C and T2 equals to D and E, and here I am giving T1 dot extend. Then this T2 list will be added at the last of T1, and when we find T1 content, then second list will be added at the first. And next method is insert method, and this insert method is used to add any value in the list on the particular position. For example, T1 equals to AEU, and here I am going to insert I on the second position. So T1 dot insert, and 2 is the position and I is the content. Then I content will be added on the second position, and if you find its content, then T1 equals to this. And fifth function is pop method. This method is used to remove the value from list, and its syntax is list.pop and index value. Suppose that if you are not giving the index value, then last value will be removed. For example, this is T1 list, and element 1 equals to T1 dot pop 0. On the 0 position, value will be removed and stored on element 1, and when you find its content, then K will be printed. And here I am not giving any index value, that's why last value will be removed. And next method is remove method. This method is used to remove any particular elements, and its syntax is list.remove and value name. For example, T1 is the list, and here I am giving the command like T1 dot remove and A. So A value will be removed. And this is the clear method. Clear method is used to remove all values from the list. Suppose that L1 is the list, and here I am giving L1 dot clear, then all element will be removed, and this time L1 consists no value. And next method is count method. This count method is used to find the occurrence of particular elements. For example, L1 equals to, this is the list, and here I am going to find element of 18, how many times that element is occurring in the list. So L1 dot count 18. So here this function is giving value 2 because 18 is coming in the list 2 times. That's why here output is 2. And if I am giving L1 dot count 28, so 28 is not coming in the list, that's why its value is 0. And next method is reverse method. This reverse method is used to reverse the list content. For example, t1 equals to this and t1 dot reverse. So this function reverse the list content. And next method is sort method. So sort method especially is used to arrange the value in ascending or descending order. For example, t1 equals to this list and t1 dot sort. So that value will automatically arrange in ascending order. Ascending order. And suppose that if you want to find that list value in the descending order, so you have to write here list dot sort reverse equals to true. And next topic is tuples in Python. Students, you are already knowing about the tuples. The tuple is immutable data types. In the tuple we can also store integer values, integer along with the string value and different types of the value. Its working is also same as the list value, but tuple is the immutable data type. And there are some functions on the tuples. First is creating tuples. So this is the method to creating the tuples. T equals to bracket and t equals to value, and that value will be separated from comma. And creating empty tuples, so you have to write t equals to tuple. So this function create the empty tuples. Empty tuples. This is also a method to creating a tuple. T equals to 3 comma. So this is also a tuple, and you can check by practical. T equals to 3. So this is not a tuple. You can check. It is an integer value, but when we write t equals to 3 comma, and if you check its data type, then it will show tuple data types. So this is the basic difference to creating the tuples. And accessing individual elements like list. For example, vowels equals to this is the tuple content, and if we want to find content on the 4th position, then we have to write vowels and the index value. So that index content will be printed here, and vowels -1. So in the tuples there are two types of the indexing: forward indexing and backward indexing. And backward indexing always start from -1. So this is the basic difference between tuples and the list. There is a minor difference between tuples and the list. Tuple is the mutable data types, and tuple is the immutable data type, and list is the mutable data types. This is the basic difference in tuples and the list. So traversing a tuples. How can we traversing a tuple content? For example, t equals to, this is the tuple content, and if we want to print its content, then we have to write var a in t, and then we have to write its content. So this value will be printed. And next topic is joining tuples. For example, this is the first tuple and this is the second tuple, and if we are writing tuple 1 plus tuple 2, then content of the tuple second will be added at the last of the first tuple. And repeating or replicating tuples. For example, tuple 1 is consisting some content, and if we write tuple 1 is carries 3, then its tuple content will be replicated 3 times. And next topic is slicing the tuples. So slicing means same as the list, and at the time of the slicing means we are going to extract some content from the given tuples, and syntax is t equals to start and colon stop. For example, tuple 1 equals to consisting this contents, and here we are going to extracting some content. So sequence equals to tuple 1 and starting value is 3 and last value is -3. Then what will be happen? Student, you are already knowing in the tuple there are two types of the indexing. First is the forward indexing and next is the backward indexing. So this 10 is on the 0 index, 1, 2 and 3. So content will be starting from here 20, 22 and 24. Why 24? Because -1, -2, -3 and last value is -3. That's we have to take less than one value. -3 -1 means -4. So we have to extract on -4 positions. For example, just suppose that this is the tuple, and here I am storing some content. This is the tuple t1, and suppose that t1 dot starting value is 2 and next value is 4. So what will be content of t? 4 and 45. Why? Because here I am giving 4, then last value will be 3, and the starting value is 2 index 0, 1, 2, 2. So 4 is on the second position and 45 on the third position. That's why its output is 445. And next topic is unpacking tuples. Unpacking means suppose that if you are taking any tuples, and in the unpacking tuples the tuple content will be arranged in the different values. So this process is known as unpacking tuples. For example, here t equals to 1, 2, a and b. These are the tuple contents, and if we want its individual content will be assigned in the different variable or separate variable. That's why we have to write here w x y z equals to t. So its tuple content will be assigned in the separate or individual variable like this. So this process is known as unpacking. And next topic is tuple function and the method. So there are many types of tuple function. First is len methods. So this method is used to find the number of element in the tuple. For example, imply is the tuples, and this tuple is consisting these values. And if we want to find how many values in the tuples, so we have to write here len in bracket tuples name. So here value is 4. Next function is max function. So max function is basically returns the largest value from the tuples. Here tuple first is storing some integer value, and if we want to find largest value in the tuples, so here we have to write max and tuples. That's why it is returning 34. And next function is min methods. So this method is used to find minimum value from the tuple list. And this is the index method. This index method is same as the list methods. For example, t1 equals to tuples, and here I am giving t1 dot index 5. The element 5 index value will be returned. And next function is count function. So this count function is used to occurrence of particular element. For example, t1 equals to, this is the tuple content, and here I am giving the command t1 dot count 2. So what will be happen? Then 2 will be counted in the tuples, and its output is 3 because 2 is coming 3 times. And next is the tuple methods. So this method is the constructor methods, and by using this method we can also creating a tuple. For example, if we are giving here tuple function, so this is the empty tuples, and if we giving like this, so this time tuple will be created. Students, I will discuss next topic in the next video. Bye.